The chosen subject is?
All right, well, let's just start with, for people that don't know anything about your trip, explain what you're doing.
Well, we're on this great trip from Niagara Falls down to the Statue of Liberty, called the Spare Seat Expedition, and the whole idea is to kind of link these communities together by the waterway and pick up a passenger each and every day in one of the boats and experience
so far so good.
Yeah, let them experience life on the water, and for us to understand what life in these communities is really all about through their eyes.
So how did an adventurer from Great Britain learn about the Erie Canal?
Well, I suppose there's a couple of bits to that. First of all, Glenn and I met in Alaska, sea kayaking from Vancouver up to Glacier Bay, Alaska, and so we had this idea that we would do something together when the opportunity arose. And then in terms of the other part of that story was I made contact with a company in the UK that represent I Love New York, and talked about some of the adventures I'd done, and they said, well, we've got this Erie Canal, and we just thought, well, you know, we could blast through there in 2 weeks and that would be that, and everyone would go, great, so what? We thought that if the spare seat thing would come about, we would get to meet so many brilliant people. And you know, one of the best things about this is we genuinely, I mean, we know our start point, we know our end point, we don't know how the story's going to end because we don't know who's in the spare seat, what their stories are, and we get to find out the history, the heritage, the amazing spirit of the people along the Erie Canal firsthand.
And each day even though we're starting to find out each day who might be in the spare seat, as the day progresses, we're even finding new people to join in the spare seat. I took a young journalist out yesterday just for a 5-minute stint. She was afraid of kayaking, so we got her in the kayak for 5 minutes and changed her life.
How has what you've seen along the canal compared to what you expected?
I'm blown away.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the enormity of this, in the sense that in today's terms, if you said, oh, I'm going to put in this waterway from here to here, I'm going to open up trade into the interior, you know, which was their conversation. I mean, the vision, the leadership to get that thing done, the extraordinary resourcefulness of the people that allowed it to happen, and
I would add, and I don't think we really understood how the canal connected the communities. I mean, you know, visually we did, and you know, we probably had some loose concept of it, but to experience it firsthand, how much the canal has united these villages in kind of a common sense of pride and
it's a corps d'esprit, as they would say in French. You know, the spirit and the lifeblood. And people say, it's not, you know, it's no longer the trade thing, and that's true. But something binds people together, and we have met the most magnificent. You know, every single community has, I don't know, they've liked the idea. I mean, it's the whole Forrest Gump thing. We've had people on stand-up paddle boards, Cody. We had Rick from Silo City in Buffalo.
We've had people standing on docks waiting for 2 hours to say hello to us and take our picture. You know,
I mean, it's humbling. It's humbling, and it's. I mean, in one way, it's just a grand social experiment to remind people that, you know, this thing's here. It's on people's doorstep, and it's a stunning series of, you know, beautiful waterways and natural phenomenon and man-made stuff. It's all good.
Is there anything like this at all in the UK?
I mean, I've struggled with the idea of, you know, the comparison thing. I do not recall ever experiencing, I think, the spirit of the communities that have been, you know, that have responded all the way along. I just don't know of that, and people are just really proud of where they're from, and they're linked to the heritage and, you know, what happened in such a short space of time to build this waterway. It's phenomenal.
At the end of this project, will there be a book or a documentary film or anything that people can remember it by?
Yes.
Yes.
Plans to be determined.
Yes. Well, I think we want to, you know, Glenn's a world-class photographer. He's capturing, I suppose, snapshots of life on the canal today, and we intend to use that. We already decided on day one, halfway through day one, we'll come back and cycle the route, because we've met so many people, not the time to engage as we like to. Part of that is to give
this year we're going to hop on our bikes and reverse the course and spend a little bit more time in each of the communities and showcase what we gathered as we came down the waterway. I think it'll be a unique opportunity for these people to be involved in both ends of the trip.
What kind of challenges does photographing along water present?
Well, photographing from a kayak is definitely a risk-averse, thing. I certainly have destroyed my share of very, very expensive cameras over the years out of the water. But this is we've had good weather. The seas have been calm, and the morning and evening light. I have to say, the light on the canal in the evening is breathtaking. Just breathtaking. We're coming up on one now. These historic trestle bridges with the rust on it's just stunning.
Colors,
stunning, and the wildlife. So really,
there's the bridge we're talking about. All right, gentlemen, thanks for your time. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we just say that if people want to follow along, www.thespareseat.com. There's some stuff going on Facebook, and a huge part of this is for people to engage and put their stamp on the story and the adventure.
So come out.
Yeah, come out. Bring a seat. Get in the spare seat. Bring a board. Whatever it takes.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Thanks.